Thanks, Dave. Good morning. We will find out this afternoon whether the controversial Pascapoo Slope development is going ahead. For about 12 hours, City Council patiently listened to people for and against the Trinity Hills proposal. Then at 10:30 last night, Council voted to wait until 1 o'clock this afternoon to decide whether to give first reading to the development. Trinity wants to create a Whistler-style village on 100 acres of land they own between Canada Olympic Park and Sarcee Trail.
The village is critical to this plan. It is the residents for this area which will give it daily life, will give it ongoing life throughout the plan to make sure that there's users in the town centre and in the gateway.
We would like to see the development scaled back because it does go up the slopes, and I think that's the big issue here, is it consumes a considerable amount of those lower slopes that everybody sees from all around the city. From everywhere. You're driving up the number 1, you see all those natural grass areas up to the tree line, that's going to be gone. And that's a big part of Calgary. It's a big part of our scenery.
But part of the deal is to give the city 160 acres of the upper slopes to be used as a natural park. Now, many of the people opposed to Trinity's development plan want it scrapped altogether. If it's approved as recommended by the city's planning commission, construction would begin next year. Now, once again, today's crucial vote is at 1 p.m. at City Hall. Calgary police are deeply concerned about the number of shootings we've had in our city already this year. To date, there have been 63 shootings compared to 54 in all of last year. 7 people have died. 40% of this year's shootings have happened in northeast Calgary. The city's guns and gang unit believes drugs are behind most of the shootings. Police say while drug disputes aren't new, settling those disputes with guns has become the rule instead of the exception. Less than 2 weeks ago, a 20-year-old man was gunned down in a vehicle here on Rundlehorn Drive in the community of Pine Ridge. This most recent gun violence a huge concern for people living in the neighborhood.
It happened in front of a gentleman's house, and he wants to know what would have happened if that bullet would have gone through his wall and hit his kid. And I think we're all on the same page on that. That's what we want to prevent from happening.
I'm here to tell you that our men and women are working 7 days a week on long-term investigations to try and get to the root cause of these violent events. Police
Telling us they believe groups of 60 to 100 young men are involved, and they do rather have covert operations in place. Well, police need your help locating this missing teenager. Her name is Jamie Rayner. She's also known as Simone. The 16-year-old was last seen June 27th and was last heard from on July 7th. If you know where she is or if you've seen her, call police at 403-266-1234 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. 2 men and a woman nabbed after allegedly stealing more than $20,000 worth of sports gear and memorabilia from a southwest Calgary garage. Nearly 2 weeks ago, crooks broke into Dave Lougheed's detached garage in Windsor Park. They made off with a bike, 3 sets of golf clubs, and about 30 jerseys belonging to Lougheed, a former national team player. 3 days later, someone saw a box containing some of the jerseys fall off a truck. That's when police were called in. A quick investigation led to a search warrant on a home where a lot of stolen property was found. Some of the items stolen from Lougheed's garage. That led to a Southeast hotel where even more jerseys were found.
It's one of those things you never, once you know it's gone, you never expect to see it come back. But obviously, you know, with the jerseys and now to see all 30 of them back here, it's, you know, amazing.
24-year-old Brian Clough, 25-year-old Tricia Clough, and 26-year-old Tyler Swain face numerous charges, including break and enter and possession of stolen property. And those are your news headlines to 6:08. Now back over to Tara.